What's up? Matt here from Urchfab. In this video we are notching some roll cage tubing with a grinder. Alright, so got a couple of bits of scrap tube. I'm just going to show you a really quick, easy way of marking out an angle and then cutting the notch just with 4.5 inch angle grinder. If you don't have a notcher, this is going to be the way to do it. Right, so say you're wanting to do that, just a straight 90-degree notch. You're basically looking at sort of where that would be coming up on your piece of tube like that. That distance from there to there, that is how much you've obviously got to cut out from here. So say that's 15 mil from there to there. You're obviously going across the plane like that. You're going to measure 15 mil down on the tube and then quarter it like that, and then you're basically going to go from your mark on this, so this is your line down here with that mark, join it up to other quarter line, join that one up to that quarter line, and then same again. I've got that wrong there. Okay, so you're just roughly marked out. This is marked down to a point. It's not going to be like that, it's going to be curved for the tube to sit in, but you're going to cut this with an angle grinder, so you're going to be just using the point of it as a reference to start from, and then you're going to be using your two lines as they're just a guide to get you out to the two corners up here. So obviously once you've run through this with a disc, you're not going to have a point anymore. You'll have a curve because you're cutting for a piece of tube with a flat disc, so it's not going to come to a point here. That's obviously looking pretty rough at this point, but it's just really just a rough guide to get you looking at where you need to be. Now we've got some pointed edges here, so we're now gonna basically smooth this out in a flat plane across this way. So we're basically gonna smooth this out around like that, curving it off completely, just rounding it right off. So you can see where we're at with that. This is when it's good to keep your old discs that are rounded off, because they just make it easy to get nice smooth round edges inside the tube. I'm just going to bevel off these edges properly. Alright, so that's a flat one. So say you're wanting to do want it a bit of an angle. You're trying to work out how you're going to get that right, and you haven't got like an angle finder or anything. What I do, I just eyeball, so this gap, say that's your angle that you're wanting to do. I'd eyeball this gap here and just transfer it onto the back edge of the tube here. So I'm looking straight down, I'm just making a little mark. Like that. So then that angle there, that's basically the angle from our line to the flat, to this flat edge. So then you can cut this piece off at that angle and get your angle of the dangle. Right, so now we've got our angle marked, cutting the tube. So whatever that distance is again from the edge of that tube to where it's roughly going to sit, you just got to sort of imagine where it's going to be. But because we're near straight, you know, it's probably going to be roughly around 15 mil again. So I'll mark this one. Same deal from our mark here up to our quarter. Same again. Same deal, we're obviously cutting from this point, just using these lines as a guide to get the sort of angle we're going at. So that's it roughed out. Smooth it off now in that plane. There you go. Easy as that. Yeah, you almost want to bevel this edge properly, all the way around. Pretty much the thickness of the tube needs to be beveled off so that you know you're getting a good weld. So you know you're welding the full thickness of the tube, and not just, if you didn't bevel that edge and you had this running out to a point, you're only welding the thickness of what's ever left at that point. So yeah, that's it, that's pretty close. You can do a little bit with a file on that just to get that really absolutely perfect, but for MIG that's, you know, that's close enough. Alright. So that is just some basic notching with a grinder. You can get it just as good really with a grinder and some files is you're going to get it with a notcher. This still needs a little bit of fettling to get it perfect, but if you're doing any like large amount of notches, like if you're building a roll cage, or you might as well just get yourself a cheap notcher, because the amount of time it will save you, although this is quite fairly quick, it's all the little bits of fettling and stuff and all the discs you're going to go through. You might as well just buy yourself a notcher. It's going to save you a load of time. They're not that expensive. I'll put a link in the description for the type of notcher I use. But if you're just doing a couple of bits of tube on whatever, or you don't want to go out and buy a notcher, then obviously you can do it this way. It just takes more time. In terms of measuring all the angles and stuff, obviously, an angle finder of some sort is necessary for a lot of stuff, but then if you're just adding some extra diagonals into a roll cage, or adding a bit into a harness bar or whatever, you don't really need a angle finder, because you can set the piece of tube in where you want it and then mark it the way I just showed you. So yeah, that is all. Cheers for watching. See you next time.